Shalom Akim, Kah Halalim La, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua Ba'Hashem Rachak Kodash, and double honors to the great Muslim apostles. Thought they Yahushua for the strength and all to make this video, and Yahweh Tazah, they also understand, the point of the video, man, which really, that's in the title. And of course, it's the brother Ratazah Rachah Halawaya. As a brief ancient Hebrew introduction, Kah Halalim La means all praises to, Kal means all, Halalim means praises. Halal is the singular form, which means praise, and then La means to. So Kah Halalim La, meaning all praises to. When we say Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushua, we're calling upon the Most High, of whom his real name is not God, but his name is Yahweh, meaning he is, or he exists, or he is to be. Ba'Hashem means in the name, and Yahushua is the deliverer, really for the elect first and foremost, and of course through the loins of the elect, that's how Israel will then gain their salvation too. But the point is, the elect are the ones who are actually going to be beamed up to those chariots. That's why I always like to say, Yahushua of whom will deliver the elect, the 1/3, the 144,000. Mentioned Revelation 14, and also Zechariah 13, verse 9. So that's a little introduction there. When we say Ba'Hashem, it means in the name. When we say Ba'Hashem Rachah Kodash, we're saying through the Holy Spirit. So Rachah means spirit, and Kodash means holy. And it's on to this one though, because I said previously I need to work on a video called Layers of Judgment, which is the one I'm doing right now. Layers of Judgment and setups as 2025 begin. Because, we have multiple things, of course, as this incident right here with the Cybertruck explosion, that literally happened on New Year's as well, man. All the news articles then caught up to the news a few days after. So, that's what's been happening, man. Layers of judgment, that's all that's going to be seen. And through the Spirit as well, as Apostle Tahar deemed the year. He said the year of our deliverance. He said also the hopeful year of our deliverance. And he says, and destruction and Esau's judgment. So it'll be the hopeful year of our deliverance, the hopeful year of destruction, and the hopeful year of Esau's judgment, man. That's like a 3-in-1 right there, man. Understanding. So, because three represents understanding as well. But yeah, there's going to be layers of judgment, man. Yara Tazar, I've made like a little list of certain. Yeah, I'm probably going to need to do like a part 2 and 3 for this as well, because I know there's certain things that I need to get out there as well, of which I could, but then it will be too long. So I just want to break it down to be more digestible, for any new brothers and whatnot. So it says Las Vegas police reveal new details on man behind Cybertruck explosion. So let's play it. Then Yara says, bring out some precepts, and the same as we always do, man. Use the precepts to support the points of which we make, which is the intention of using the scriptures, anyways, as well as with prophecies too. So yeah, man. The point is, layers of judgment will happen this year. So let's get going with this video, and then let the Spirit lead.
And we're learning more about the New Year's Day explosion of a Tesla Cybertruck that happened right outside of the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. You see the video there. That includes details on the suspect and his apparent motive. Christina Coleman has more.
Bill, federal authorities identified the man who blew up the Cybertruck as 37-year-old Matthew Livelsberger of Colorado Springs. They say he was not on the FBI's radar and did not have a criminal history. They say ultimately, this appears to be a tragic case of suicide involving a highly decorated combat veteran who was struggling with PTSD and other family issues or personal grievances. They believe he shot himself in the head while inside of the Cybertruck. Today on Fox and Friends, an Army Ranger who knew Livelsberger shared his thoughts on this tragic situation.
The guy was a great dude.
Hold on, sometimes it's like the people speak too fast, the captions can't catch up. But let me turn it on now and then get to the point again.
Blew up the Cybertruck is 37-year-old Matthew Livelsberger of Colorado Springs. They say he was not on the FBI's radar and did not have a criminal history. They say ultimately, this appears to be a tragic case of suicide involving a highly decorated combat veteran who was struggling with PTSD and other family issues or personal grievances. They believe he shot himself in the head while inside of the Cybertruck. Today on Fox and Friends, an Army Ranger who knew Livelsberger shared his thoughts on this tragic situation.
The guy was a great dude. He was fit. He was a good shooter. He was a good communicator. So heartbreaking. I truly hope that, this is a wake up call for service members to make sure that we're checking in with each other right now.
Even though authorities say Livelsberger blew up the Cybertruck in front of Trump's hotel in Las Vegas, they do not believe he had any animosity toward the president-elect based off of their investigation. They say they found notes on one of his cell phones that was found inside of the Cybertruck, giving some insight into his mind frame and a possible motive. During yesterday's press briefing, they read off some of his notes while updating the public on their investigation.
Yeah, man, that's what they're reporting. They're saying he's I'm not even sure if I could even use the word, because last time it was mentioned. Last time, those keywords where it's like you can't say it on YouTube. They said he had I'm trying to find an alternative way to say it. He wanted to turn off. Yeah, he wanted to turn off. That's what he wanted to do. Turn off life. Turn off his life. To be more clear. So he was having those type of thoughts. That's what they were saying. Obviously, Babylon the Great, these things always happen, man. Where they always try and paint a certain type of narrative. For you brothers, you may know about, MK Ultra, which is really just a CIA program, to implement mind control on individuals. If you search it up, you see some documentaries of people having their anecdotes, man. MK Ultra. This is definitely something that's part of it, man. Because I remember one of the brothers also re-uploaded. The point is the actual video of Derby 77 based upon sleeper cells, man. Yara Tazania played that out as well, man. Sleeper cells. Might have a search up right now, because when the reason why I'm mentioning MK Ultra is because of the mind control of which Esau could be using in order to trigger people, man. Which this juice, of 2021, 2022 during the demic can also be a factor to support that too. But at the end of the day, we know that it's Yahweh Shem Yahushai who controls what happens here, man. That's why it might be a bit too early for this preset, but I'm still get. Actually, no. Let me get something else. Hold on. We're living in times where judgment is just going to be happening left, right, center, man. And this is the type of spirit that's going on. But Esau may be using his MK Ultra programs and whatnot in order to trigger people to, of course, either turn psycho or, do things of which the world will deem unreasonable. Again, in the news, they always paint a narrative, so you always got to be aware of that. The truth can be far deeper than it seems. So, let's see, where is it? Ecclesiasticus, Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. So this is Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. Let me highlight that. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. It says, fire, hail, famine, and death, all these were created for vengeance. And of course, vessels, like that guy called Matthew Livelsberger, the guy in this video here, as you can see on the left side, that's him. He had the spirit of vengeance placed upon him, man. I mentioned MK Ultra. Even if Esau was the one, doing his own psychological manipulation there, at the end of the day, it's the Most High's will for Esau to put it in the heart of Esau to do to trigger this, man. Because remember, part of the agenda is to create order out of chaos, man. As the Latin says, order ab chaos, which is order out of chaos. That's what it means. And this is the type of chaos that's needed in order to get that order. And that order is really leading to people taking that chip, ultimately. All roads in Esau's kingdom will lead to that chip. That's the point. So really, and at the same time, going into what Apostle Tahar did, remember, it's the year of Esau's judgment, and not just that, also destruction. So there's going to be all forms of destruction, left, right, and center, man. Again, let me get that. Because it's not just him too, you had the New Orleans truck attack, which Yara Tazama get that one too. A video on that from BBC. So it says, there be spirits that are Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. And they say that he actually shot himself too, man. So, he was simply just a vessel used to, a vessel used to introduce 2025, man, and what it's going to be represented as, an explosion, a shock for people. And that's what's going to be. That's what it's going to be. Prior to New Year's, a few days before, or like a week before, you had the plane crash in Korea as well. You have a whole load of things that are happening, man. Destruction's warming up. It's like, the Most High is just stretching his power right now, man, before the time that he's actually going to unleash true destruction, which of course will be the peak, will be those nuclear missiles hitting America, man.
This was not a terrorist attack. It was a wake-up call. Americans only pay attention to spectacles and violence. What better way to get my point across than a stunt with fireworks and explosives?
7 people.
Yeah, and what that military officer said there is pretty much, he was reading off of the notes of Matthew Livelsberger. Again, the name of the guy who exploded the Cybertruck. He was reading the notes in order to gain what type of mind state he was in. So of course he was in that state, like, just to flipping. Let me even hear that again. Because he was in that destructive mind state, that's for sure.
Their investigation.
This was not a terrorist attack. It was a wake-up call. Americans only pay attention to spectacles and violence. What better way to get my point across than a stunt with fireworks and explosives?
7 people.
Yeah, it was intentional. It's gotta have been intentional, man. Despite they're saying in the news that his family, especially his if you go into his other video, they're saying that he had mental issues initially, man. Some things that he was grieving, like lost soldier friends or whatnot, because remember, he was in the military. But yeah, man, that's just one case right there. Let me actually why isn't this thing rotating? This thing is supposed to be rotating, man. Okay. So that was there. That's the Cybertruck incident. Obviously, that's the way the flipping New Year just began. Hold on, I want to try and see if I can find the BBC News one, if they reported on this as well. Okay, cool. But I'm trying to get another one, because remember the New Orleans attack, that was a separate one, which was unrelated. But spiritually, they were related because both guys had spirits of vengeance upon them. As I just brought up. Hold on, maybe I just missed it because I was talking. There's quite a few videos here that I need to talk on too, man. So hold on. No, it should have been here, man. There's a specific thumbnail. Just trying to remember it. Not that. It wasn't a long video either. Or maybe I gotta search it up then. Hold up. Hold on, let me actually search for it. Go on, I found it. So it says New Orleans truck attack. FBI seeks accomplices of suspects carrying Islamic State flag. BBC News. I remember. I probably need to search up that video as well. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna search up after this. But yeah, let's focus on this, because I know Darby says there's like sleeper cells out there in America of female being are waiting, being activated, man, and all that goes into again MK Ultra, which is mind control too. It's like, what in the world is going to be triggering them? Of course, Esau's done a diligent search on the body and the mind, the brain, in order to be able to do this, and the Most has given him that ability to do so. So let's play some of this.
In the New Orleans vehicle attack has been identified by the FBI as a 42-year-old Army veteran from Texas. Investigators say they believe Shamsuddin Jabbar wasn't acting alone, and they're looking into whether he had accomplices. It's believed Jabbar drove a pickup truck at high speed into large crowds, killing 15 people and leaving dozens of others injured.
That's a spirit of vengeance right there. Imagine just waking up. Or, of course, he didn't just wake up. Most likely, it would have been planned. And then you just start flipping, driving, and shammering people, man, sending them back to the spiritual realm. And that's for the Most High as well. Yahweh Hashem Yashai used that vessel in order to send other spirits, back to the spirit realm, to appease the wrath of Him that made them. That's what a spirit of vengeance does. So that's all the Most High's, that was the Most High's will for this to happen, man. Two separate things. You had an explosion in Las Vegas. In New Orleans, you got a truck attack, man.
And fire before
just ramming over people.
Being shot dead by police. The FBI says a flag drove a pickup truck at high speed into large crowds, killing 15 people and leaving dozens of others injured. He opened fire before being shot dead by police. The FBI says a flag for the Islamic State group was found in the vehicle. And police say they found a number of improvised explosive devices in the French Quarter neighborhood where this attack took place. Our correspondent, Tom Bateman, is in New Orleans tonight on Bourbon Street. Tom.
Well, the scene itself, Jane, remains locked down, the very historic centre of this city, and the point at which, if you look behind this large police van on this strip here, was where that white pickup truck sped up, gained speed, took a right turn down Bourbon Street, perhaps the best-known thoroughfare in New Orleans, and then ploughed into crowds on the scene there. Now, in the last few minutes, we have seen more police arrive here as they continue to scour the scene for clues in this city so used to celebration that saw a night of violence erupt.
Yeah, man, the Most I had it with that region. Which really, all of this are like little flicks, man. When you flick your finger, but imagine the Most I doing it, to people, man. That's what he's doing right here, metaphorically, of course. He's just giving little flicks in all these states, Las Vegas, New Orleans, certain other places as well, until the ultimate destruction where it's like, okay, boom, with the nuclear missiles, that's going to be it. That's going to be it, man. But anyways, let's get another precept here. In fact, let me leave that there. Let me get it from here. Let me leave that. So Psalm 68. Verse 20. This is Psalm 68 and 20. He that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto the Most High, the Lord Yahweh, belong the issues from death. So of course, he owns the tools in order to cause death, man. That's the thing. He controls when, a person dies and when they don't die. I've got another precept for that too. So I'll read again. Psalm 68 and 20. He that is our power, Yahweh Hashem Yashai is our power, is the power of salvation, and unto the Most High, Yahweh, belong the issues from death, man. He's the one who ordains whether a vessel gets sent to the spiritual realm or not. The timer, he determines the timer for each vessel, man. So, Deuteronomy 32. Let's get this one as well, because it's related to the same point as well. 32 and 39. Yeah. Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of mine hands. So, of course, when the Most High sets the spirit of vengeance upon a certain vessel, man, if that vessel is targeting, person A is determined to be sent back to the spiritual realm, man. Person A is determined to die because the spirit of vengeance has now targeted that person, man. And they're going to please the Most High with that, man. As it says there, Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes in the time of destruction. They pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So of course they're going to do a perfect work, man. Those spirits of vengeance, which is what these two guys had, especially the New Orleans guy, man. The New Orleans guy, as you can see here, as well as the Las Vegas guy, Matthew, what's his name? Livelsberger, yeah.
New Orleans at New Year's Eve. This part of the city is its best known, a tourism and nightlife hotspot. Just after 3 a.m, chaos unfolds. The first signs of panic as police race to the scene. What they find, much of which is too graphic to show, is the immediate aftermath of a ramming attack. Officers say a man in a pickup truck plowed into a crowd, trying to run over as many people as he could. He then unleashed a shootout with police, who fired back and killed him.
It did involve a man driving a pickup truck down Bourbon Street at a very fast pace, and it was very intentional behavior. This man was trying to run over as many people as he possibly could. He was
scooping up spirits. That's what he was doing. But that's through the Most High as well, man. He placed that spirit of vengeance upon him to do so.
Bent on creating the carnage and the damage that he did.
A British tourist, Steve Hyde, was
trying to run over as many people as he possibly could. He was hell-bent on creating the carnage and the damage that he did.
See, he said he was hell-bent. That's the thing, as the scriptures say, Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28, to appease the wrath of him who made them. So, of course, the spirit was going to do a perfect work, man, to please Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai. So, of course, that's the role. That's why his vessel couldn't help but to do what he did.
A British tourist, Steve Hyde, was in the city to celebrate his birthday.
I was in a bar.
Even he would even understand it, man. If he was to be interviewed, he'd be like, I don't know. He would say some other type of explanation, but the true explanation is he had the spirit of vengeance upon him.
15, 20 meters from Bourbon, and we were all having a great time. I'd been in there for maybe 2.5 hours at that point. And then we heard shots and saw people running past the window. And didn't really know, what was going on. Obviously, we heard the shots. We knew it wasn't going to be good.
Dozens were wounded, including 2 police officers hit by gunfire. Police evacuated a wide area and say they found a potential explosive device in the truck and other possible devices outside it before they carried out controlled explosions. The FBI says the attack is being investigated as an act of terrorism. At the latest press conference, officials have given more information about the suspect.
The subject has been identified as 42-year-old Samsud Dim Jabbar, a U.S.-born citizen from Texas. He was driving a Ford pickup truck, which appears to be rented, and we are working to confirm.